I love a good conversation. In conversations, we talk about what is. We put issues on the table and pick them apart, which often leads to new places of thought, belief, and action. Join me in a conversation intended to engage you, inspire, and empower you. This is Conversations with Linda. Welcome, friends. It's Conversations with Linda. I am so glad that you have come to join me. And look, I got my bestie with me.
Ooh, bestie in the house.
I know we're not social distancing, but you know, if we get it, we just get it together, right?
It's about 3 feet.
Okay, all right. Okay. I hope you've had a good day today. It's been a good one for me. Happy Monday. How about that?
Happy Monday.
Our topic tonight is checking on your friends. And that's why I got my girlfriend here, because I needed to check on her. And so I just had to bring her to my house so that I could look at her. You know, that's what the old folk used to say. I need to lay my eyes on you. So I need to lay my eyes on you so that I could see how you were doing. Right. Listen, I want you all to share, get your friends on, check on them too, and tell them to watch Conversations tonight as we talk about friendship and we just check on one another.
Yeah.
All right? And y'all, let me give some shout outs right quick.
Okay.
Hey, Brittany. Hey, Karen Todd is watching.
Hi, Karen.
Hey, Gwen Turner.
My prayer partner.
Demetris, Jackie. Hey, Ben from D.C., Maryland area. Carolyn Hubbard is watching. So all of y'all see, y'all send me some love. Miss Betty is watching. So thank you for joining us.
Yes.
We're just going to talk about friendship, and we're just going to check in with each other. And I'm going to allow you to have the privilege of experiencing how we check in with each other. How about that?
That's right.
Listen, and if we forget
that you're there,
that you are there, somebody say something, you know, and reel us back in, because the way our friendship goes, when we get involved, we lose sight of other people.
We can.
All right,
very
but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna try not to do that.
Okay, we're gonna
tonight.
try to do our best.
So, girl, how you doing? How has it been?
Did you have to start the show off like that? I thought you were gonna ease me into this conversation.
Are you
no,
really?
Seriously.
Really? I know.
Seriously.
1,000 people may be watching, but how you doing?
I am doing okay.
Okay, you looking
good. I really am. Thank you. You are too.
All right. I got to talk about me, because I've gotten truly fat. Well, I'm gonna go there. But how you doing? Because I will make it about me.
Look, I thought about what I needed to say to you for the opening.
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep my skin oiled.
Okay.
My back fat hidden.
Oh, it's my belly fat. And my shoulders.
It's here too. It's here too.
Oh, my Lord.
And just trying to keep my appointments, because amid, you know, COVID-19, you still, as a girl, have to keep your appointments.
Right. And
your mammograms and your gynecology appointments. And
have I told you I got to go have an MRI next week?
No.
Okay.
You didn't.
Don't worry about me. I'm not dying.
Yeah. We're good.
But
right. We cover each other in prayer.
Right.
Saturate each other.
I was thinking I was losing my hearing.
No.
We got talked.
That's the last thing you need.
You should have been checking on me. You should have been checking on me.
But I did. Our last check-in was Saturday. No, you didn't tell me that. That's what happens too. Linda forgets who she's talking to, right? So she forgets to tell her girlfriend some key critical things.
I'm not dying, right? But I do have to have an MRI done next week.
Oh, God.
The day before my birthday. And why are they talking loud? Those are our husbands.
I don't know, but this show is just as important as all the rest, right?
See, this is... Okay. So...
Your
wait a
hearing?
minute, So I thought I was losing my hearing, because, you know, people talking to you and you saying, what you say?
You know, we used to laugh at people.
Right.
The older
but you
people
know,
like that.
y'all know things start to happen after you turn 50, and I'm on my way to being 53.
Honey, and I'm close to 60.
And let me tell you something. Every day I wake up with something new.
Mm-hmm.
I'm either gaining something I never had, like a pain in a place I've never had, or I'm losing something.
I'm serious.
And I got to have a conversation with you about that too, but that's going to be offline.
Okay.
About what I'm losing.
Okay.
But anyway.
All right.
So I was thinking, I'm not hearing hearing people, and then I could be in a room and need to I'm asking them to turn the television up, but everybody else seems to be able to hear, right?
Well, I might need to go to the appointment with you.
Okay.
Because everybody in my house claims that I can't hear.
So we're going through the same thing.
Yes.
That's
Sabrina's here from California. She's been here for almost 2 months. So she's here now.
They said the back fat is real. I'm gonna talk about the back fat. I'm gonna talk about the back fat.
If we could get delivered from back fat,
what is that?
It'll be a whole game changer. I'm telling you.
And I want to have a tummy tuck, but I'm afraid that if I have a tummy tuck, because the fat's gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that it's gonna go to my back. So I don't think I should do that.
But did you get what I sent you in Facebook? I sent you the Cool Sculpting. They're doing a special.
2 for 1.
And I thought if I bought a friend, I could get a discount.
2 for 1. We'll go 2 for 1. But now you do know I did go and just get the consultation. You remember a couple of years ago I went for the consultation because I was thinking about it. Now they do it by quadrants. For those of you who may be interested in Cool Sculpting, they do it by quadrants, and it's about like $500 to $750 a quadrant.
Well, they've lowered the price.
What?
Yeah. So if you see me and Linda doing some...
We'll have our masks on when we go up our consultation.
If you see us doing some fundraising, because I got more quadrants in the front than she does, then don't worry about it. It's all for a good cause.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, hey Nakia, hey Deborah, since we're talking as friends, I want to make sure I do some shout outs, right? So we don't leave them out.
Yeah.
But okay, so back to I thought I was losing my hearing, so I went to the ENT, right? And they did the hearing test, and I was so they put you in this booth. So, you know, they're sitting outside of the booth, and they put you in the booth, and they do the hearing test. I got in the booth, and I got claustrophobic, because you know I'm claustrophobic.
Were you in there hollering to me, do I go yet? What'd you say?
I was in there trying to look over there at her, because it was a little window, and I was trying to read her lips.
Well, no, everybody in Facebook land ought to know I cannot read lips.
Listen,
ask Billy Rivers. I can't read lips.
And so I thought, this was my thought, y'all. Lord, I'm going to be wearing glasses.
And a hearing aid. I'm glad you have blonde hair. That way it'll just blend right in.
Right. I said, God. I went into prayer right there. I was like, God, please.
But aging is real, Linda.
It's real.
All of the things that I used to watch my mother and my grandmother and my aunties, I am experiencing the same things. And it's more funny to me now. Because it's just like, oh my God, they were serious.
And this is the nature of our conversations as girlfriends. We talk about all of this.
Real stuff.
Real stuff. Do you talk about this with your friends? Check on them.
If not, you should.
My friend didn't even know that I was scheduled for an MRI. How did that slip by? So we have not talked enough.
Right.
And we have a 3-day rule, you all.
That's right.
Tell them what our 3-day rule is.
If we have not heard from each other in 3 days, somebody needs to pick up the phone.
Right.
And call.
Because, you know, Jesus went to Calvary on Friday, and they didn't hear from him again till Sunday. And so we can't go past 3 days because you got to rise on that third day.
That's right.
If you have not risen on that third day,
I'm telling you,
I got to come see about you.
And lay my eyes on you.
That's how we got to our 3-day rule. But obviously, the last time we talked, we either had so much to talk about, which I do remember that conversation.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm going.
It was a lot going on. And as pastors, you are preparing for Sunday all weekend long.
They said we should do a daily talk show.
Baby, it would be something else.
We have enough to talk about.
We do.
Okay, so that's what's been going on with me, and you. So what? I know we always take it from each other because that's the next thing we do. We'll ask each other how we're doing, and instead of listening and receiving the response, we make it about us.
You jump in because it is so funny as friends. Either we have just gone through the same thing.
We're both losing our hearing.
Or we're coming out of it when the other one is going in it.
Right.
But it is just amazing. I mean, if we're dealing with anything without children. It's just like, oh, I've just gone through that.
Right.
So we always find something to connect with,
Exactly, 'cause
right? So
it's
I
always
just had my mammogram. I was scared because, you know,
Yeah, what
my
told
tatas
me?
were,
What
you know, a little
hurting?
sensitive.
Yeah,
So
but
that
that was
came back
good.
fine.
All
Praise the
right.
Lord. Come on,
All
give God
right,
praise for that.
yes.
But other than that, it's just planning for
I think
the
my
return.
tatas have gotten a little bit bigger because I have gained this
I
weight.
do too. I asked Paul this morning, should I had a reduction? You know,
Listen.
and he started laughing at me.
Okay.
But I believe I could wear a smaller everything if I had a breast reduction.
Have y'all considered breast reduction? Give it to me. You give me your breasts. How about that?
The stage people are just going crazy right now.
Right.
They're like, are y'all serious?
It's the folk that's behind
in
the
first
scenes that
15
can't-
minutes talking about breast
Right.
reduction.
Listen, okay. So what has happened to me? Because you hadn't seen me in a couple of weeks, right? It's
No.
been, we stopped by there one day.
Right.
And I have been eating everything. And I recognize that I'm not eating because I'm nervous. I'm eating because I'm bored. So I had to do a little therapy with myself.
Because we're normally out and about.
Right. And I'm just not, neither one of us are snackers.
No.
So, but I found myself snacking, right? So you can see all of this going
Look,
on.
double chin,
And
just puffiness.
And it was one thing when I was saying it to myself, but one of our members said her father, who has dementia.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Because I know what's behind that is something funny.
He said, oh, you're not letting him have dementia. I
Right,
know that.
right.
But he said, that's my pastor.
She don't look like a
She look like she picking up weight. I said, oh, God.
His dementia kicked out just in time
Right.
to tell you that you're a little puffy.
So I'm working on that. I went walking today. I did.
Yeah.
I've just got to. I
Yeah.
cannot roll back out of here and look like Big Debbie when I used to look like Little Debbie.
Did you say roll? In other words, I won't be walking out, I'll be rolling out.
Right. I found myself walking on gap leg and
But now I know the value of having an exercise room.
wait a minute. They say, wait a minute, girl.
What?
Somebody said no, don't do it. They grow back.
What?
grows back?
Your breast?
Your breasts grow back?
From the reduction? Oh, Jesus. You know
There is
what?
no help for us.
Something is always trying to rain on our parade.
Yeah. Okay. So you've been doing okay.
I've been doing fine.
Okay, because you know they say check on your strong friends, and
I
you and
know.
I both are
We
considered
are strong friends,
But somebody
right?
needs to check on us every now and then.
And we need to check on each other a
Right.
little bit more,
Okay,
right?
we'll do
Because
that.
I'm tired of cooking.
Is that
tired
not
of,
the devil?
I'm tired of cleaning. I'm tired of doing all of those ing things.
That is the devil.
Yes, I'm telling you, because cooking is a 4-step process.
And did you know Kevin asked me to fix his plate?
Did you?
He said, well, normally I would, I do
Oh,
fix
my
my
God.
husband's plate,
I do too.
but I just thought we were all, getting our plates, our
Each
food.
man for
and
himself.
he was like, you're not gonna get my plate?
He was waiting on the sidelines, like watching you
Bruh.
fix your own.
Bruh. So that put me in a special headspace.
It's just like when it was. I think it was 4:30, and I knew that I had to come on the show.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was 5 o'clock. It was after 5, and I was getting ready to shower and whatever. And Paul said, "Can you iron my jeans?" I looked at him like,
oh.
"Billy, I ironed the jeans."
You're
But it's
such a
the
good
look
wife.
that I gave him before.
You're such a good wife.
Like,
Okay, they say if you gain weight, yes, they grow back. Oh, my Lord.
that's not good.
Okay, so if you have a tummy tuck, well, I know it goes, I'm telling you, I know a few people, and it makes you expand in other places. So
So I guess we're
think,
gonna have to do this the natural, regular way
yeah, stop eating. How
Yeah.
about that? Stop eating.
and exercise like a maniac.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me about, I got some questions for you.
Okay.
So since we've been, all locked up, and we have missed our first quarter vacation.
Yeah.
So we normally, the 4 of us,
Yeah.
we're gonna go on vacation at some time together.
That's right.
And vacation for us can be a couple of days. It could be a week or so. But we're going to get in time because the four of us are best of friends.
Right.
And so, but we have not had that. And I think I've been feeling some withdrawal symptoms.
I have too. Paul mentioned the other day, he said, you know, we haven't gone anywhere for a long time. I'm like, no, we haven't. Because normally we would just
get in the car and go.
And it doesn't have to be well planned. We can say on a Friday, y'all, how is your schedule next week?
Right. And we just
jump in the car or go to the airport and we're going to go somewhere.
Because her husband, and hey, Tina Tatum, she said, hey, y'all. And Valencia,
hey, everybody.
Jordan Taylor, hey, y'all.
Hey.
They said the breasts are just fat. They are still schooling us on these breasts, all right? So Paul, her husband, Pastor Reed, is our travel agent. He is just going to always plan the trips.
He is so skillful.
He is.
I'm not playing.
And so he'll get our, and she's right. We can say on a Friday, what do y'all got some time next week? And we're gone. If he finds some good airline tickets, we are gone. So I am experiencing that withdrawal of, okay, wait a minute, we haven't been anywhere.
Right, because all you have to do is say to my husband, we want to go to X place.
Right.
And he's on it. And within 2 hours, he has you a package.
Right, exactly. He is already rolling us out.
Yeah, but we like to travel. We like to get away from the norm.
Right.
And I believe as friends, that's how you really cultivate the depthness of your relationship.
So where did we go last? Where did we go last?
We went to Atlanta last, but it was a mission trip.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we didn't go for fun.
We went to be with other friends who were really going through a difficult time.
Yeah.
But it was interesting on that trip because we got into deep conversation because we're always going through the same things at the same time.
Right.
So we got into some deep conversation.
And it makes the travel time go by so fast.
Right.
Because we were in the car and we traveled to Atlanta.
Right. And it's good that our husbands are best friends too, because when we get into these deep conversations,
no one is excluded.
Right. The four of us are all in it.
Right.
You know, so that's, you know, it's good to have meaningful, lasting friendships. And I hope that you have that you have a Deborah and Paul Reed in your life or Linda and Kevin in your life, because it makes life more enjoyable when you can have shared experiences.
And you feel not alone.
And not judged.
Right.
Not judged.
And you know that that's a place, and I think it will save us a lot of therapy sessions because it's therapeutic what we do.
Right.
And how we do it.
They said Lady Reed is so cool and laid back. I thought you were supposed to be looking at these comments.
Well, you know, I did a watch party, but not very many people are making comments.
Okay, so
I'm not on your page.
with Linda.
So do I need to change something?
And so they said Mr. Paul can give us planning services. Can he give his planning services to us? Oh, okay. So wait, I got to finish catching up with you. We keep getting sidetracked. Have you picked up any new habits since?
Habits? I have. I perfected some skills that I thought I had lost.
Notice I got us the same little coffee cups. I wanted to get wine glasses, but I thought y'all would, you know, and I was just gonna put cranberry juice in, but I thought, the Saints are gonna think
honey, because the Saints will tear you up on Facebook.
So I made sure we had matching coffee cups and matching straws.
Thank you.
You know, that's special.
That's just like a friend.
Now that's really Deborah's role, and I'm gonna talk about your role in our friendship in a little bit, because they don't know you on this order.
Okay, well, I did paint my bathroom.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and Paul kept checking on me because I don't think his confidence level. I don't think his confidence level was very high that I could finish the job.
Okay.
And I did everything except the ceiling. So we're having someone come over tomorrow and spray the ceiling. But I painted my bathroom because I was tired of
the downstairs,
the color downstairs. And it's the same color as my bedroom and my master bathroom.
Okay.
So next,
have you bought your new comforter and all of that stuff that you were going to buy?
No, not yet.
Not
because
yet.
I haven't finished.
Okay.
So,
because you know when
I have it all in my cart, ready to just hit send.
Okay. Because when this COVID virus is over, I just need some new stuff. I mean, I'm not going to get all new stuff, but I'm just going to need a few new things because I just feel like the virus is everywhere.
And my guest bedroom is next to paint.
Okay.
But it's been therapeutic. It's been helpful, and I just love it because I like to draw. I like to create.
Well, of course, we have that in common.
Yes, we do.
That we love to decorate.
Right, love to decorate.
Yeah,
if I could get paid to decorate as a full-time job, I would be cool with it.
I wouldn't do it as a full-time job. But,
I could.
But that's what we have in common. We love furniture. We love
clothes.
Right. We're gonna go every year to the. What's that?
Best of Home show
together. All four of us, not just the two of us.
Do.
The husbands go too.
Yeah, I probably have 250 pictures now.
Yeah.
In my phone of previous Vesta Home show.
Yeah.
shots.
So we make a day of it. So we have that in common. So you painted your bathroom. And you're gonna work on your guest bedroom. Okay, so I gotta come over there and see it.
Yeah.
I gotta come over there. I really need you to come to the church because I need to paint something in the church. And I'm terrible with paint colors, and Deborah's really good with it.
Can I tell them
you're gonna tell me. I know you're gonna bring it up.
Okay.
I know you're gonna tell me.
We had a fire in our home years ago, and I was looking for paint, so I asked my girlfriend to come along with me to hear what she thought about the paint colors. We landed on a paint color, and I was kind of on the fence about it, but Linda was convinced that, oh, girl, yes, this will work. When I tell you, we walked in that house after those professional painters put that Crayola yellow, look in my face. It looked like we were going to Kinderland. Right. Oh, that was an expensive mistake, but oh my God, it was fun.
Okay, now y'all know paint looks different in the store. All right?
That's what she's gonna say.
She has been bringing this up for years, because that was a long time ago. Okay, but let me tell you what you did. Let me tell them what you did.
Yeah, I did it.
So I was looking for new living room furniture. Do you remember that?
It was pretty in the store.
So I take Deborah out there, because that's what we do. When we're doing something, we got to take
What you think about this?
Right. So I take her out there to get her opinion on my living room furniture. I wasn't sold on the furniture, but it was a good deal.
Yes, it was.
And she thought it was really pretty. Baby, I had that furniture delivered.
I don't even think Kevin liked it.
He did.
From the start.
I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
She sold it.
Oh my Lord. I was like, this looked like some of my grandmama. But this my deal. And it was pretty in the store.
It was.
But when I got it home, so we're even.
Yeah, we're even.
We're even. Okay.
But I'm not taking you with me to pick out paint no more.
No.
We got samples now, and we'll buy 10 of these.
Right.
Little bitty half pint size.
Right.
To make sure of the color before we buy it now.
So interestingly, Kiara Rose said, I can't wait to have a friend like this.
Oh,
isn't that sweet?
That's so sweet.
That is so sweet.
But God will sure enough give you one if you pray for it. I promise you.
He will. And let me tell you all how Deborah and I became friends, because I moved here from Dallas. So I left all my friends, 7 or 8 hours away. And I remember longing for a friend. It's one thing to have associates and people you see every now and then.
Right.
It's another thing to have a best friend. It's another thing to have that person you can share on many levels. We're surfacing right now, but we've shared, we've cried together, we've prayed together, all of that. And God just did that. What are they telling me? God just did that.
My cup closer to me? Okay.
That's all right. Y'all know my producer's on the other side for you.
That couple. Knowing that we just got talking about we can't hear.
Right.
And I'm looking at him, and this light is in my face. I'm like,
neither one of us can hear. She can't read lips.
Courtney, that didn't work out, but we got it right now. Okay.
And they said, I pray that the person that brought the grandma furniture is not watching. I don't even know who we sold that furniture to.
I don't either, but we blessed them, didn't we?
We could sell it, girl.
We blessed them, honey.
But that was so long ago, and I don't know if I even sold it to someone I know. I don't think so. Did I get it? Take it, send it back. I'm trying to clean this up.
No, you didn't send it back. I think it was in your house too long to send back.
But anyway, so where was I? Where was I? Okay, so I
How we
prayed and the
became
Lord
friends.
gave me Deborah Reed as a friend. And I always kind of knew, I had heard about you
Really?
through another friend. Because my
Uh-huh.
very first friend that I made when I came to Memphis was Deborah Peppers.
Okay.
And so we're still, you know,
Right.
we all still
Right,
friends.
that's our girl.
And, but I heard about you, and for whatever reason, you know how something just sticks with you, and I'm like, oh, I want to meet her.
Yeah.
And we just became friends. Our husbands became friends.
Yeah.
And we just, over the years, the four of us became the best of friends.
Right.
And so that's just, yeah, that's just how it happens. So I do hope, Kiera, that you get this kind of friend, you know, for years.
Yeah.
You know, where you can just, we plan to grow old together. We have already said, hey, when we get old, and if the Lord should call our husbands before, hey, we got to leave this place. I don't know why y'all keep acting like we're not going nowhere.
Oh my God.
You know, we're going to look out for each other. That's friends.
We're the
That's
kind of
friendship.
friends that if we do something like a couple of months, well, a month ago before COVID-19 hit, Paul and I went to Memorial Park.
Oh, girl, they are not going to believe this.
To
They are
pick
not
out
going to
our
believe
lots and whatever. And I'm like, Linda, guess what? I no longer want to be put in the ground.
Because see,
I want a mausoleum.
my husband wanted the mausoleum
Right.
first, and I was saying, look, we are not going to put that
Child,
kind
he
of
is going
money.
in the dirt. That's what we were saying.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
So they go out to the Memorial Park.
on Poplar, right?
Uh-huh.
And we talked to our good friend Norris Gray. Shout out to Norris Gray. And he tells us about all of the different options. Couldn't wait. We didn't even wait to get in the car to call Linda.
Right.
And say, put Kevin on the phone.
Right.
That mausoleum idea is a great idea.
Right.
Because of how your family can always enjoy the moment
And so,
afterwards.
so what we got to let them know is we're going to be next door to each other.
Yes.
When the
in
Lord calls
life
us home,
and in death.
we're going to be in the mausoleum next door to each other.
Right.
All right?
So it's going to be the Reeds and the Willises.
Right. So listen, when you come visit one, you can visit us all.
Because we recognize that
Yeah.
we're going to leave here one day.
One day we
and
gotta
we
go.
do not want our families scrambling and trying to figure out these critical decisions when
right.
they're always grieving. Because when we leave, they're going to grieve, girl.
Right. And we want to be together.
Yes.
'Cause we
Don't
still-
forget that
right.
part.
Because we know we're going to keep our space clean.
Ain't going to be no bugs and no rodents near us. And you can come see us in sunshine and in the snow.
Yes, it's going to be nice.
Because it's inside.
Next door to each other.
That's
The
just
Willises
something
and the
for
Reeds.
you to think about
Right.
your friends and your
And make
families.
sure you have some insurance. Because, you know, we talk
Please.
about this all the time, too.
Shameless plug. Get you some insurance.
Right.
Okay.
So, it's Vicky Bailey is on and Deborah Peppers on.
Vicky
Those
and
are other
Deborah.
girls. Those are other girls, Vicky
Hey,
Bailey and
Vicky.
Deborah Peppers.
Hey, Deborah.
I've already told them you're my oldest friend in Memphis. I met you
That's right.
first. And so we've been besties ever since.
And Vicky will have you laughing.
Oh my God. I thought about Vicky
so-
today. After this social distancing, I'm going to bring all the girls on because you got to see us all in real time.
I'm serious
Yeah.
because we each have our own different personalities.
Right.
But they make a whole,
Yeah.
wonderful pie. I promise you.
Yeah, so we got to bring all the girls on. Okay, so I got another question to ask you.
Okay.
What are some new things you've learned about Paul, your husband, that you didn't know before during the COVID virus?
You say you can't. I'm going out to Westminster. For fear I can't go home.
Okay, we can't talk about that question.
Okay.
Oh,
Quincy is dying laughing. Let me tell you something serious, love. I've learned that Paul loves to have me around
yeah.
all day.
So have you been like cooking and because you're working from
That
home?
first 2 weeks, I overdid it.
Okay.
I shot high. Shot way too high. Baby, I was cooking his breakfast, his lunch, and
Oh
his
yeah,
dinner.
yeah, of course.
And he was loving it.
Uh-huh.
That second week, I ran out of steam. And he was looking like, what we gonna eat? And I was looking like, I don't care. But whatever it is, and then I started changing the grocery list to cereal and
Yeah.
lunch
you go
meat.
get yourself.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, make
I
yourself.
changed up the whole grocery list because it was about to take me out.
Okay. So I think with Kevin, what did I learn? I know those first few weeks were a little hard because I settled in quickly that, okay, this is what we got to do.
Right.
I'm here. I'm good.
But you have a hibernation period every year, though.
Okay, tell the people about me. Tell the people about me.
Linda wants to shut down her work about August, September.
No, October. I go because those are still
But
good
you're thinking
months.
about it in August.
I am. I'm preparing.
Right. And she's trying to hurry all of these activities on up, right? Because there comes a point in the year in which she wants to hibernate, settle down,
I do.
disconnect, not do anything.
I bet people don't know that about me.
But I love it because when she shuts down, that gives me signal that I should be shutting down. Because then we're trying to talk about Thanksgiving and Christmas. And for us as friends, it has to be a certain level of ambience in our homes and in our dwelling places, at our churches. And that stuff takes time.
Yeah, so they know that about me, that I shut down, and by the time we get to, after we get past Halloween.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in going anywhere. I love just being at home, enjoying the house. I don't like the cold weather. That's really what it is. I don't really care for cold weather. So, yeah, that's a little tidbit about me. Yes.
Oh my God, yes we do.
Deborah Peppers, can you start working on that trip? But we got to decide where we're going, and you know, because we don't know if it's September.
We just kind of need to decide the climate that we want first, and that will kind of determine.
It's got to be warm. It's got to be warm. Are we leaving our husbands? Husband's not going on this trip. This is the girl trip. Girls trip.
Let me tell you something about our husbands. Our husbands, and it extends further than just me and Linda, Kevin. You know, Tony Peterson and Diane. You know, it just extends further. Ed and Beverly, but it is something because they will go on a trip, and they'll tell us like, what, a week in advance that they're going to Franklin, Tennessee.
On
Quincy,
a golf
you
trip.
In the room, on a golf trip. And we don't ask to go. We don't want to go. Whatever. But if we start planning on trip, the first questions are, oh, so it's a girls' trip.
Y'all leaving us behind.
Like we're supposed to feel some kind of way.
Right.
But it's going to be a girls' trip. Just letting you know.
How about we all go? What about that? We're going to be so glad to get out when the virus is over. She going to tell me off after this is over. Like, girl, no, you didn't invite everybody that was on Facebook.
Right. Remember, that bus is not going to the highway.
Listen.
That plane is not going to land.
But we're going to be so glad to get out of these houses. Let me tell you something.
I know.
Big bags and all.
Church might be empty the first month. Because everybody's going to be on vacation.
Okay, so, but I was trying to tell you about Kevin. And so I settled in real quick. Like, I'm here, I'm good. Let me just work on stuff that I can work on at home. But he just had to keep getting up. And I'm like, eventually I said, over a few days, baby, where are you going?
Yeah.
He ain't nowhere to go. Church is closed.
And I learned, too, that Paul sleeps. His sleep pattern is horrible.
Okay. I
didn't recognize that because I was getting up. I was going to bed, trying to sleep hard and quick so that I can get up at 5:30 in the morning to go to work. And I didn't realize how many times he was getting up. But he'll sleep 2.5, 3 hours, get up for 2 hours, come back to bed. So now I'm more cognizant of how his sleep pattern is. It's not 4 to 6 hours like I want it to be.
Right. So we had to have a meeting.
You did?
You know, we have roommate meetings. So we had to, Kevin and I had to have a meeting.
Oh, let me write that down, Paul. We've got to have some roommate meetings.
We had to have a roommate meeting to say, okay, how are we going to function in this? First, we got to settle into the fact that we're not going anywhere.
No.
You know, because we're just used to going, running up to the church and whatever, running to the mall, all of that.
Right.
And it's like, no, we're going to be here. So, because you're making me nervous with all this movement. Because I don't know if every time you run out, you're bringing me back the virus. So
I am asking Paul like he's a 3-year-old child. You wash your hands? Or I'm just looking at him as he goes
That's
from
what
one
I'm
place.
saying.
Like,
so all that movement was making me uneasy.
Right, because when I'm with him, I'm certain of the things that we're doing. Because I'm a little OCD too. Linda is too. You know, you want things clean, you want things neat, you want things organized. And
I'm not as OCD as she is. I'm going to talk about you in just a minute. Because I'm going to skip all these other questions. Let's talk about So you know they do the little quiz that you take with you and your best friend.
Okay.
All right.
Let's take it.
So which one of us is most?
And you all out there, guess too, if you know us.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
one of us you think is the most emotional?
Me.
So we get in this discussion.
Linda.
So listen, there are times when we end up at church together at some service, right? And they get all tore up. And then
Linda's sitting there eating candy. Or talking about where we're going to eat.
and sending text messages.
I'm trying to be engaging. One conference, y'all, she should have just gave them her whole offering, her whole checkbook. Because she was sitting there online ordering curtains and stuff. And I'm looking at her like, for real?
They get so, it is not that. I think what happens is I'm so engaged when I'm in my own church that when I go to other people's church, I become real common, like the common people who on Facebook and who texting each other. And so they talk about me when we get out of service, like.
Sometimes it's during service, because
Right.
I'll give her the grandmama look like.
Because I be talking.
Yes,
in
talking.
service. Saying, girl,
Oh, baby.
did you see that?
Yes.
And really, she's laughing too, right? But then she tries to act like she's just, okay.
I am engaged, and I'm a worshiper.
Okay, so you are the most emotional.
Right.
Who's the better driver? I didn't think that was going to be a hard question for you.
You know what? Let me put it this way. Linda always wants to be chauffeured.
I knew you were going to say
Okay.
that. I knew you were going to
This
say that.
driving Miss Daisy thing doesn't work for me. But Linda can have a brand spanking new car. Come over my house. Tell me I'm gonna pick you up. And then when she gets to the driveway, feel like driving.
I really don't care for driving. I don't. And Deborah, here's the problem with Deborah. Deborah is a passenger seat driver. That if I drive, it's not good enough for her. She's telling me, watch that car right there. I'm like,
Well, I think that's synonymous with everybody that I ride with.
right, I was getting ready to say, because Paul
Yeah.
says the same thing
I do-
about you.
I do the same
and so
thing
I'm
with
like,
Paul.
why even go through this? Just let you drive.
Okay.
I'm comfortable with you driving. You driving, I just sit to the side and talk and laugh and go to sleep and all that kind of stuff.
I've been in a couple
You don't
of
go to
wrecks.
sleep when I drive.
You hear me? I've been in a couple of wrecks.
So that's why I let her drive. So when we go shopping or whatever, I'm just like, okay, you drive. And you can drive my car. It don't matter to me. All
I
right.
recently hit a mailbox, by the way.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah. Tore that lady's mailbox up, and it happened to be one of New Life and Christ members. So glad we had insurance.
Okay, listen, who's most likely to leave a hotel if it doesn't suit them?
We'll leave in a New York minute.
Let me tell you something.
Ask me how she knows.
You know how I know I really love Deborah Reed? Is because we will travel, get to our hotels, check in, get all settled in, right? And she will call me on the phone or send me a text saying, we're going to another hotel. Now, I don't want to bust nobody's bubble, but every now and then a cuss word will come out of my mouth. Don't y'all think ill of me?
No, I
have not been
understand.
saved all my life.
Right.
I am like, are you serious? I'm talking about we have gotten settled in, and I'm thinking, well, what's wrong?
My husband hates this about me. I can't see anything. I can't smell anything.
You know it's starting to drive me up the wall.
If it does not look like the pictures online,
but now listen,
it needs to look better.
When
If
we
not,
reserve a hotel, we don't reserve cheap hotels.
I know, but some of them that are 4.5 star will have the nerve to be.
On our last trip, we moved.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, we did.
what?
But you know you didn't like that room either, Linda, because the bed was low.
It was low.
It was one of those eclectic, hotels.
ultra
real
contemporary.
artistic.
Yeah.
And we were older people.
Right.
In our younger days, it would have been fine. But who wants to fall out of the bed to go to the bathroom? Nobody.
I thought, really? I mean, because we weren't going to be there that long.
Yeah. But I am a
We had to
stickler.
pack up all our stuff.
Yes, we did.
Check out, and
Yeah.
can you imagine how the hotel people were looking at us?
Yeah.
Right, and go to another hotel.
Yep.
But when your bestie says, "I can't be here. This won't work for me,"
Right.
you just get up and go.
Because I'm already traveling with my Lysol, so some of this stuff of COVID-19 is not new for me.
Yeah.
I'm already traveling with all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so y'all, I got to tell y'all how
Candles,
she travels.
sprays.
She's got the candle spray. She's got all of the little snacks in the little baggies.
Ziploc bags, right, for everybody.
For everybody. So when we all get together, if we're not flying and we're all in the car,
Pastor Reese said, and you wonder why I'm good at traveling.
That's right, baby, because
So-
it's a real thing with me.
so are y'all tagging your best friends? Because I know
Please,
you all
please,
probably
stay with
having
us.
these things
I know,
in common with
yeah.
your best friends. But yes, when we get in the car and we get going on the road, she is going to pass out our little snacks for
Right.
us. I look
Right.
forward to it because I'm not packing up
before
nothing.
my kids go on trips, they stop by my house because I'm gonna prepare them a sandwich. I'm gonna prepare them chips, just things that you would buy at the store. They're not gonna have to stop for anything but restroom breaks.
Let me tell you something about her. This is what I love about this friendship. She's very nurturing. She is just, so when I go over to her house, you know, when we're going to stay over there a while because we've got a lot to talk about. We got to
Right.
watch a movie.
Right.
We got to cook. You know, we got to eat. You know, or if they come over here, when I tell you, she is just going to constantly wait on me. You really
I
spoil
will.
me as a
I
friend.
know.
You
I
really
know.
do.
No other friend knows how to treat you like I do.
She's gonna give me socks to put on. Who always has a new pair of socks for you to have
Me.
put on? I'm
Me.
like, you know. So again, tag your best friend in your comments. Tell me who your best friend is and why they're your best friend.
Yeah.
You know, I've told you Deborah is just so nurturing, right? You know. And I just let her. I think that's what makes our friendship work.
'Cause you let
I let you do whatever you want to do.
Right.
And,
I don't have to force you though.
No. And it just works for
Yeah.
us.
I remember one trip we went on. I don't know if you had to preach, but we normally don't share a room. But this time we shared a room, and I was ironing your clothes, and you were just looking like,
I'm telling you.
I cannot believe that you're ironing my dress. No problem. I was ironing my dress, so I might as well iron yours.
Yes.
But I think that
Ask me what I do.
absolutely not. Girl, you better get this iron. It's hot. I left the iron on. That's what
Right.
you
That's what I would say. Is I left the iron on.
But it doesn't bother me because I know who I am in the relationship, right?
Right. And I
Yeah.
appreciate it so. I mean, you know,
Right.
it just works.
But you got to
because-
bring your gifts as friends to the table and to the relationship. I think so many times friends get off course because they're trying to share roles and whatever.
Right.
God has made us so uniquely different.
Right.
that
And
just bring-
appreciating those
yeah,
differences.
Bring your roles to the relationship and just let it be.
So they're tagging some of theirs. They say I'm spoiled. So God puts people in my life who spoil me. I do. Yeah, that happens. I draw people who spoil me. But she loves that kind of stuff. It's
Yeah.
not that she's doing it because I'm needing her to do it.
And
she's
I don't
just
see it
a
as a
nurturing
strain.
person.
Right. I do it to a lot of
Yeah.
people, right?
So they're telling who their besties are.
I like it. I like it.
Victoria Brown, LaShondra Brooks, all of
Yeah.
their I love it. We're
Yeah.
celebrating besties.
Right.
Right? Okay, so
What's your role?
what is my role?
Linda's role is the director role. Linda likes telling people how to do it.
I see it as my administrator.
Yeah, you can call it
ability.
that.
Okay.
Right? But she loves to give direction. If you avoid a direction, she's going to have a plan.
Well, you know.
And sometimes she'll make it sound like it's a suggestion, but it's really an order. I just love it. I sit back sometimes like, you really did that. You made this whole team think it was their idea.
Because I'm
But-
giving you a break.
Right.
Because all of my friends are strong.
Right.
All of my friends are administrative. So
Right.
I just step up to give everybody a break.
And Linda's role is to talk about the things that everybody else won't talk about.
Yeah, that really is my
That
role.
really is her role.
That is.
We're just not going to ignore the elephant in the room when she's in the room.
Right.
Right? And I'm looking at her like, I'm going to kick you up under this table if you say anything.
No,
So,
what you usually tell me, this is what she keeps telling me about me as I get in my old age, that if I get up to the pulpit, to the podium and say something, she gonna tackle me down.
I'm going to tackle her down and say, she all right, she all right. She haven't had her medicine. She's good. She didn't eat breakfast this morning. This is how she acts. I'm going to tackle, I'm going to just, yeah. It's not going to happen. It's not going to go down like she plans.
But it's because, and I have created a few uncomfortable moments because I will talk about the elephant in the room. But it always leads to such deep and meaningful conversation.
That you remember forever.
I mean, think about it. I remember our last road trip to Atlanta. On the way back, we went to some places.
Yeah, we kind of delve into some deep discussions, but at the root of that, explained a whole lot of other things that we thought or speculated, but we weren't sure about.
Right.
Right.
And that we didn't even know each other were going through.
Yeah.
But that is my role.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I do that. Okay, so which one of us has the most tattoos?
Well, I don't have not one.
Well, that makes two of us. I don't either. I don't. Now,
Look, my grandmama say.
what your grandmama say?
My grandmama say, go on and get those tattoos, because that'll be an easy way to identify your body. Oh my God, what makes grandmothers go there?
I know.
But she was trying to paint the picture of, go on and get it, because that'll be, and when they ask, is it their body? She got a tattoo
It's kind of like that movie.
of a lion on her back.
It's kind of like the movie, The Clark Sisters, when she said something about when she came up with the pants on. She said, I bet you smoke weed too, or whatever she said.
Everybody that wear pants, we smoke reefer
smoke
too.
reefer.
Yeah.
And so what your grandmama was saying is, that tattoo gonna be the death of you.
And it's gonna be with you always. Give me something to look forward to.
Okay, who takes the most naps? That would be you.
Well, look, let me tell you about, I used to have the ability to sleep for long, long hours. But something changed along the way.
Recently?
Yeah.
Because you can take a 4-hour nap. Last year,
Pull it on
in
back.
2019, pre-COVID,
Look,
you could take a 4-hour
I
nap.
can take naps, especially on Sundays. Sundays wear me down.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, so I don't take naps like every day. But a Sunday nap, I can do your 3 hours.
Somebody said our conversation is so empowering and encouraging. I am really glad that you are enjoying it because we're just talking as friends. I'm just
that was
checking
Derek
in on my
Sanford.
bestie.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't been able to see each other during COVID, and probably because she's been more nervous. I told y'all she's a little OCD.
Yeah.
But we're just checking in, and I want you to check in on your friends because you know what? We've been through a lot. This has really been a traumatic experience.
We've been through
that we've experienced as a world, as a country, as a city, whatever.
And then we can't just go at it just based on our family and our friends. We have the responsibility to think about a whole congregation of people.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So we're not, if we can laugh now, it's really God.
Yeah.
Because we have to bear so much.
And it's good.
And it's
because
good
we
for
need
us
to laugh. We
right?
need to laugh.
It's good for us to be silly because we are most often required to be serious. So I know who my silly friends are. I know if I need a laugh, who to talk to.
Actually, she said that's why I invited her on the show.
Yeah,
For
all the other serious shows, she doesn't invite me. But when she needs her audience to laugh, Courtney, don't laugh. Call Deborah. I know my role. I'm not offended. Look, but I'm going to chime in on those serious conversations that she's having with other people. You're going to know I'm there because I'm going to be typing like a fool.
Well, because we have been able, we have learned in our friendship to laugh through it all. Right? It doesn't have to be perfect for us to laugh. It doesn't we have learned in the midst of our crying to find something to laugh about.
And even if we don't laugh in the moment, when we come through it, we'll go back and say, let's talk about this.
Yeah, because you know I am still I am still holding on to when we found out that our friend had passed in January or February. Was it February, March? Child, I lost track
Yeah,
of
I think it was
time.
January.
March. It was March because I went to Canada. I mean, I went
Okay.
to Jamaica and all that.
Early March. Okay.
Early March. And Deborah was so devastated. Remember, she's the more emotional one.
Yeah.
And she said, I
Forgot to
called and told her that he had passed. And she was like, God just needs to just go and take us all.
And it could have been the time. Linda called me because she knew I was off work and I was driving home from work. It was a stressful day at work.
But
I was
I didn't
driving
think you
home.
were going to take it like that.
And I had just scrolled Facebook too much to find out rest in peace. I was so tired of seeing rest in peace.
She was
rest in
ready
peace.
for all of us to go.
And I was ready for the rapture.
And
I was ready to say, look.
And I said, God,
ignore her prayer.
Ignore that.
You've answered many, but this is one.
Delete that. She didn't mean
Backspace,
it.
backspace.
She didn't mean it. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You're
that's
just
me.
tenderhearted. You really are.
I really am. I'm an emotional person.
And do people think, do you think people see you that way? Do people know
As an
you're so
emotional?
tender? Because you know
Yeah.
now, you can be quite
Well,
the director, organizer.
I know when I have to
Okay.
rise to the occasion.
Okay.
And put on the other hat.
Okay.
People don't believe me when I say that I was the shyest person ever in school. I mean, it was the 11th grade before anyone knew I could sing or play.
Wow.
And they
Wow.
learned that in a very, different kind of way, right? I was so angry when they learned because I was pushed to the
Gotcha.
stage.
Okay.
And that's the only way that God broke some of my shyness.
Okay.
He assigned me stuff that no one else in the room either knew how to do or could
You remember
do.
that time?
This is what I'm talking about.
You came I was preaching at Riverside, and you played for us that Sunday. I don't know what was going on. Maybe our musician was not there, couldn't be there that Sunday.
I
and
was
you
nervous
played.
as a cat and my head was to one side.
But I had the nerve to want to sing this Sunday. You were so sweet to me.
You felt your Holy Ghost.
And you were so sweet because you should have been saying, girl. You should have been winking at me. She should have been winking at me like this, like, girl.
If Linda really practiced singing like that,
Child.
yeah.
Oh, that was so funny. I had to laugh at myself.
It wasn't-
only your friends will support you and encourage you.
It
and say,
was
girl,
not
you can do
bad.
it. She should say, girl.
It was not bad. I would have told you
Go
if it
on
was.
to the word.
Stay in your lane. Here.
Oh, but okay. So I had this because we're riding. Can you believe a whole hour is almost gone?
Really?
I know, right?
It's
And we got so much to
7:53.
talk
Oh,
about.
my.
It's so much that we
What
have
else
not
do you all want us
touched
to talk
on.
about?
We have not touched on.
Somebody say I remember that.
Who remembers that? Who said that?
Latasha Lee Dillard, I remember that.
Girl, forget it. Please forget that. And don't y'all go looking for a taping.
And Karen talking about her is tender. Karen, she know I am.
A true friend. We're talking about friendship, and I hope that this is making you reflect on your friendships, and even checking on them today and tonight, and saying, just want to give you some love. I hope this is doing that for you. So I came across this article that said a true friendship is never a performance.
Right.
A true friendship is never a performance. It says, several bullets about friendship. A true friend supports you and holds you accountable. Real friends hold you accountable.
Right.
For, cleaning your act up,
Asking you the right questions.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you derive at your own answer just by someone asking you the right question.
Now, that is your approach, and I always get tickled. Deborah she just has this way of subliminally, or what word am I looking for? Gently in a very orchestrated way, asking you questions that lead to whatever it is she's trying to, whatever wisdom she's trying to give you, whatever she's trying to uncover that she thinks you need to deal with. I, on the other hand,
because I think mine comes from the coaching. I've been a manager and a coach for so long.
Okay.
That you don't want to always give the answer. You want people to kind of come to it on their own.
Do I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I try.
Yeah.
I'm not always good at that.
Yeah.
They don't.
But you can do
people
both.
Behind the scenes don't agree.
Questions will call.
You can do both.
You feel happier. Number 2, you feel happier and energized when you are around them, and
That's true.
y'all can tell that.
That's true.
That the energy is real, and this is really subtle.
Right. We're just trying to keep it PG.
Right, because we can really cut up and be all over the place.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But it's never it's never a performance. It's
just
our real selves, the things that we just can't say to anyone else.
Right.
Coming out.
And I think that's the nature, because that's the third one. A real friend accepts you as you are. And I think that that's what makes our friendship so rich, is because we can say things to each other, tell each other things, share things that we feel we can't share with anybody else.
Right.
And we feel like, and you get me. I don't have to give you a disclaimer when I say something.
Exactly.
Because you understand.
Or we can just say, okay, now let's go here. You know, and that's transition enough, right?
Right.
Or Linda will say, Deborah, have you considered? You know, and that always helps me open up my mind, especially when I'm tunnel vision and I'm just going down one road. And your friend needs to be able to snatch you out of the enemy's camp like that, when your mind can't think of other alternatives and other options. And I think we have learned that, okay, I'm gonna let you vent for a while.
Right.
But at the end of this venting, we've got to talk about
You're gonna
some
reel
steps.
me in.
Right. To
That's
take.
right. It says, a real friend, you're not afraid to be honest with them. And y'all, so we have this pact. You know, we have a lot of pacts.
Right, we do.
And so we always start out with, girl, don't you let me.
Don't you let me.
Don't you let me.
Right.
In other words, you tell me if nobody else will tell me.
Don't you tell me I'm looking cute when you know I'm looking a mess. Don't you tell me. That girl, nobody sees that. I need my friend to tell me the things that other people might feel uncomfortable in telling me.
Right.
You know, I'm going to tell you about some stuff that I discovered from all these lives about myself that I need to work on.
By what lives?
All these lives that we're having to do.
Oh, the
up
live
close.
screen. Oh, yeah.
Off camera, I'm going to tell you about it.
Deborah Peppers, if you still on here, we're going to do a 3-way, because I have got to bring something to you all's attention to ask you all what y'all think about this.
Okay.
But I cannot divulge it. I can't. I wish I could, y'all, but it is something I learned, and I got to see if my girlfriends are doing this too.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Before I tell y'all, before I give it away.
Right.
Real friend, you aren't trying to compete with them. That's just never been an issue for us. Never.
You know what? It is so funny. We will tell each other if there's something we like, if there's something that we, whatever, girl, I'm gonna steal that. Or girl, I gotta have one of those, or whatever. And I think that's healthy as friends too. You're not trying to shade tree, slick, go behind their backs and do stuff, whatever. I think among women, that makes it feel competitive.
Right.
If you would just say, girl, I like those shoes, I'm gonna get a pair, but I'm not gonna wear them on the same day you wear yours.
And that's how we do it.
Right.
That's how we do it, because we really do like a lot of the same things.
Exactly.
And so what she'll say, she has a pair of heels that I really like. I'm like, I'm gonna get those. I'll get them in a different color. And so it's just that's never, in our 20 years of friendship or however long it's been, I just don't ever remember that being
And even in our careers, and I remember we went to one conference and Linda and I talked about, she said, Deborah, why don't you go back to school? And I'm like, I don't know, because my confidence in going back to school, it was so low because I've been out of school so long. And it's that question that made me apply, right? And I finished.
Yes, you did.
You know, so girlfriends and friends can encourage you to do the things that you feel less than confident that you can do.
Exactly.
Right? But that's what we were supposed to do. We're supposed to elevate your game.
Right.
You know, now if there's something that you're just not supposed to do, we also need to tell you, I don't know about that one.
Right.
Think about that one a little while longer.
Right, because I can come up with some wild ideas. I'm probably that one.
Yeah, yeah.
And lastly, they show up for you.
Right.
And I know that has been the hallmark of our friendship.
Yeah.
For the four of us, not just, we got to do a show with our husbands.
We do.
Because if you think we are right, you got to hear them.
And they are truth sayers as well.
Right. But they show up for you. And so down through the years, we've had to be there for one another, whatever it is, you know.
And people know it. You know, if they know me, they know you. If they know you, it's funny, we can go to each other's churches and we will want to sit in the back somewhere, and the people of their churches just know.
Absolutely.
Because they know you are Pastor Linda's best friend. You are Pastor Deborah's best friend.
Right.
We're not asking for that kind of homage and recognition and whatever, but they know us as friends, and friends want to see you out of the corner of their eye.
Right.
I don't care what. I don't care how large the room is. Right.
Yeah.
And I think that for us, you know, there are times in which I had no one else to call. I had 400 members, but I felt like I had no one else to call.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Because there are certain things you just need certain people to help guide you through. When my son, Brian, lost his sight for 3 days, I was about to lose my mind.
Yeah.
I went out of the emergency room, called Linda immediately.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because she had to pray me through and tell me to go back in there and not show him that I was crying and falling apart. It's so many things that we just had to show up.
How many hospital rooms have we?
Oh, my God.
If one goes to the emergency room, we all coming out there. We all showing up. Well,
you're going to have to tell us, look, you are not family. You're not supposed to be here.
We're going to show up.
Okay, well, we're going to wait out in the waiting room.
Right. That's just the way it's been.
We're just not going to take a phone call to just see.
I got to come and see for myself.
I got to come and look on you and make sure you're all right. And friends do that for each other. I know sometimes you can't show up, but when you can't show up, you need to call and say why you can't show up.
Right. Okay, girl, our hour is up.
And we didn't cry or nothing. I didn't cry.
Right. I didn't tell all our secrets.
I need y'all to do
Do's and don'ts of
What the
coronavirus.
do's and don'ts? No, we talked about that. Courtney wants us to do the do's and don'ts of coronavirus. I don't know if that's a good thing for us to do. I don't know.
What?
We better keep that.
So y'all didn't give me the heads
you know,
up.
when I call you and say, well, because we're gonna go because we're really over our time.
Okay.
But y'all, we have had this conversation about we want to have this big meeting. You know, that's our dream. We talk about it all the time. We want to have this big meeting.
We do.
Not just with our families.
Yeah.
Not just with our own churches.
Right.
We want to have a huge one church meeting.
Right.
Where we sit
To get all the saints.
We just all got to get on the same page.
Yeah, we do.
And we just got a list of things that we want to say, don't do this anymore.
Yeah, because we split the congregation. There's some people just waiting to come to Jesus.
Right.
But because all of the things, the plethora of things they see happening in the body of Christ, they just don't know which way is the right way, right?
But we know they're not ready for us to divulge all of that.
Yeah, but I have seen, you know, the church people all at 1 hour on our faces, though.
Yeah.
Now, on a serious note.
Yeah. And
no one is called that, but I think our land is in need of that.
Definitely. We do. We do need that. See, she's getting going serious.
Yeah. Emotional me.
Yeah. So we're going to come back one day when we get everybody together.
Yeah. People are saying that we need to do more shows.
We've got to do a round table, and we got to include our husbands.
Yes.
So we can just share some things.
Yeah.
And see.
You might need a glass of wine when we bring our husbands.
So you can see how all of this really plays itself
There's
out.
a synergy, but sometimes Linda and I go this way and Kevin and Paul go that way.
Right. Yeah.
But we love our husbands too. That's another thing.
We
though.
do.
We
And
love our husbands.
listen, don't we understand between us girls
Right.
that I don't care how mad we get, and we get mad as a bear.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about them.
Right.
Our husbands. But we're going to talk about them to each other.
Sure is.
But we understand now. We still gonna fall out and cry. Something happened to us.
Yes.
Yeah, don't get it twisted now.
Yes, but that's the real transparency of the relationship.
Right. I'm not looking at her saying, "Girl, you know, you just said you were just mad about this." No, I understand.
No.
She really loves her husband.
Right.
She just get mad like I get mad sometimes. And we have each other.
Right.
Where we can
to bounce
say
it
what
off.
we need to say.
Right. Go back in with a different attitude.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna be good wives, and we're gonna stay together. We're gonna do all of that.
Have been all of that.
So that's the kind of friend you need, girl. You need that.
You need.
Find you somebody who can handle you, all of you.
Yeah.
Right.
The good, bad, the ugly.
Right.
All of it.
And bring some joy to your life as well. So it's been wonderful having this conversation with you. I
miss my friend. We can't end this crying.
I know. This coronavirus has been
hard,
the devil.
It's been hard.
I know, but
but we're gonna make it through.
Girl trip coming. Girl trip coming.
Girl trip coming.
So,
the guy's not going.
I know
the guy's
right?
not going.
But you all cherish your friends. Cherish your friends. Make sure that you check on them.
Right.
Don't let life get between you. You know, things happen in life. Life gets to moving real fast, and we get busy. We do all of that. But at the end of the day, there's nothing like having a good friend that you can go through life with.
Yeah.
All right? Listen, enjoy the rest of your evening as we are, of course, you know, we're not going to come on with, we normally do conversations after the conversation.
Right.
But Paul and Deborah over here. So we're going to go on.
We're going to spend some time with each other. Right.
But until next time, I love you all. See you next Monday at 7 p.m.
Love you.
I love a good conversation. In conversations, we talk about what is. We put issues on the table and pick them apart, which often leads to new places of thought, belief, and action. Join me in a conversation intended to engage you, inspire, and empower you. This is Conversations with Linda.